If there's one misconception I meet so much in my work and something that I've experienced myself, it is the idea that we need something in order to be truly happy and fulfilled. And maybe you can relate to that because so often, once again, we get to hear this phrase here, oh, we don't need anything to be truly happy. We don't need anything to be incredibly fulfilled. At the same time, when we're taking a closer look at our life, are we actually acting upon this wisdom here, or are we treating ourselves completely different? Maybe you can relate, to feeling a sense of guilt, a sense of shame every single time that you're taking time out in your life to relax, to take care of yourself. Maybe you can relate to this notion here that once I get to a certain place, then I'm finally going to feel fulfilled. Once we get to a certain financial state, then I'm going to be able to relax. Once everything is taken care of at work, then I can allow myself to fully enjoy my life, or some other thing in your life that needs to happen in order for you to allow yourself to just enjoy your life completely. Now, if you're feeling like that, I promise and I guarantee you that you're definitely not alone. This is something that is familiar not only to myself, but also a vast majority of the people that I get a chance to work together with. As I mentioned, this is something that is very, very familiar to myself. I definitely remember a time in my life where I thought that I needed all kinds of things in order to make me truly happy and fulfilled. At one point, I was chasing, the money. I was chasing the great finances. I was chasing a certain car, a certain way of living in order to allow myself to feel truly fulfilled. But at one point in my life, I had to be asking myself, what I'm chasing at this very moment here, does that truly, does that dream essentially belong to me? Is that truly my dream, that I wish to have great amounts of money? Is it my dream that I have to be driving the latest car, having the latest gadgets? Or is this something that I simply picked up in my life? Every single time that we're scrolling through our phone, every single time that we're turning on the television, we are constantly bombarded with the idea that we need something in order to feel truly fulfilled. And this is something that has been taken great advantage of by the advertising industry, by great corporations essentially, constantly wanting to keep us in this wheel here that if we don't have the latest gadgets, if we don't have the perfect family life, if we don't have the ideal situation, well then we are going to feel like something is wrong with us. We're constantly being in this loop here of chasing all the time. And as much as we can believe that once we get to a certain place, at the same time, so many of us have found that once we reach that state, we end up incredibly disappointed and we feel incredibly misled by everything that we came to believe essentially. So the great news in this is that you don't need anything in order to feel truly fulfilled and happy. What you need though is to take a step out of this belief here that you are in fact in a great need. We need to take a step completely out of this belief here, essentially master ourselves, get to an incredible place of great awareness in order to allow ourselves to let go of these beliefs here. Now that can be incredibly challenging because once again we are constantly being told the opposite. Maybe even from a young age we've been once again bombarded with information that we need so many things in order to feel truly fulfilled and happy. But once you take a step out of it, once you take a step out of this belief here, everything begins to change. Just sitting down, taking a moment and simply think of 3 things that we're incredibly grateful for. Just reminding ourselves not of what we need, not reminding ourselves of what we need to chase, but just reminding ourselves of what we have right now. If we're able just to focus in on that and really pay attention to the things that we're grateful for, we've come such an incredible long way in all of it. So I encourage you to do exactly that. First of all, sit down, take a deep breath here. Just allow yourself to be present in this very moment here and remind yourself of all the things that you're truly grateful for. Now this can be incredibly challenging. Maybe, you've come to the second thing of what you're grateful for, and then all of a sudden you come to think of, well, I need to attend a certain meeting. There's all the things at work I need to be doing. I completely understand that, but pay attention once again to what you're grateful for in this very moment. Allow yourself just to dwell in to what you're truly grateful for. And as I was mentioning, if you're able to do this just one time a day, maybe even just one time a week, you've already taken the first step out of this mindset here, and you're beginning this shift here altogether. This takes practice, so the more that you can practice, the better. But I promise you, this will change everything. Now, if you find this to be challenging, I promise you that you're definitely not alone. I would love for you to write down in the comments what you think is the greatest challenge with this very exercise here. Do that, and then we can all inspire each other to live a much more happy and a much more truly fulfilled way of being. Beside that, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to this channel here. If you do that, you'll become a part of a community where we can remind each other once again of the great happiness, of the great fulfillment that is always available within us. As I was mentioning, you don't really need anything in order to be truly happy and fulfilled. All it takes is your great awareness and your focus on the things that you're grateful for. This is one step on the road, on the journey towards, once again, a greater fulfillment and happiness. But I also know how it's definitely not the last step. So if you have any questions to what we covered in today's video, please feel free to reach out to me either in the comments or directly on email. Beside that, just wishing you the most amazing day. My name is Jeppe, and you deserve to be incredibly happy.